Well, here we are again. Christmas is just around the corner. I'm sure many of you have started your Christmas shopping. If you haven't, hopefully I can help with my Christmas gift guides, a series of videos that I put out every single year. In the description box below this video, there will be links to all of the Christmas gift guides that are already published. If there's any more, those will be added. Today I'm going to talk about Christmas budget, and I'm inspired to talk about it based on a question that I recently received, and I'm going to read it to you and then we'll navigate from there. This is a particular person who follows me, and she's worked with me in coaching, so I know her quite well, and she shares, I know you and Paul have a budget for your girls. We do as well, although I feel like it's too high. How would you go about telling your kids that things have changed and they shouldn't expect as much as they've received in years past? That's a great question, and I am sure some of you watching today can relate with this. Maybe you feel that you've kind of went a little overboard in the past, and you're in a position now where it may no longer align with your budget. Everything has went up in cost, so life in general is a lot more expensive, which is something that you'll probably want to share depending on their age. Or maybe you just don't find the value in buying all these material items for your kids. Maybe you're putting your value somewhere else. Maybe family vacations is something you'd rather budget for. Well, I am a big communicator. I really believe in the power of communication, but often people back off from communicating out of fear of what the other person is going to think, fear of what how they're going to respond. And it holds us back in so many areas of our life. And I'm not here to talk about all the areas that false evidence appearing real holds us back, but a lot of parents will tiptoe around kids or continue to buy, and it does come from a place of fear, coming from a place of fear of what are their friends going to get, and are they going to feel like they were neglected in some way or their parents didn't own up. So a lot goes on, and Paul and I are well aware. As you know, we've raised 5 children. And while Paul and I were and are pretty solid, and we really just kind of stayed true to what our values were and what we felt comfortable spending, and we still apply those same rules today. Many people don't have that, or they don't have a system altogether. So the real question is, how do you navigate this? Well, again, communicate. Depending on the age of the children, and I know that because I know this person, and it's also a blended family, which could be a touchier topic, and you have to decide the dynamics of that family, how new it is, how much the kids are together if you sit them all down together. But at the end of the day, it is all about communicating. It's sharing that the cost of living, just the day-to-day living, has gone up, or just simply share we don't see the value in spending the amount that we do. And put it on yourself. Never speak to the children as if their expectations are too high or they don't use whatever. Do not make it about the other person. Put it on you because it will be received much better. It's that way in all communication. In the past, we've went overboard, and we recognize that now, and it no longer is in our best interest to do so, or the circumstances have changed. The gifts that you wish for are higher ticket items. Often that's the case as they get older. Therefore, you will get less. Or if you want something, you may have to put in on it if it's outside of that budget. You have to figure this out for your family. If you want everything to be a surprise, if you want them to give you a list, but I would talk to the kids up front, communicate this up front in a kind, confident way, and believe it or not, they will probably understand. It's not kids that aren't resilient. Okay? It's not kids that aren't resilient, it's the adults. And it's because we're coming from a place of fear. So communication is key. The other thing that you always have to remember is as the kids move on, and they become adults and maybe they have a significant other or marry and eventually have children of their own, you and your spouse or partner need to decide, are we willing to increase our Christmas budget knowing that maybe someday you'd like to step back from working as much or altogether retire? One could only hope, right? Which means that you may or may not have as much income coming in. Often later in life, we don't have as much income coming in. It just depends, right? You know your story and it's okay. Tell yourself it's okay. We're not failures. We're not lacking. And it's not about if you can. Paul and I never looked through the lens of whether or not we could afford something. It was simply, is that the best place to put our money or is there other areas? Family vacations are a very important thing for us right now with our kids. So we budget heavily for that and we put more value there. When kids get to our kids' age, if they need something, they typically buy it. So to glamorize everything just really is nonsense in our situation. But as the family grows, do you want to be spending more? The way Paul and I set up our Christmas budget way early on when our children were little was always saying, as our kids get older and the sticker shock of what they ask for gets bigger, they may have to contribute or have other people go in on because we're not spending more. And then we created a tier system once they became adults where at certain ages it goes down. So not all 5 daughters and sons-in-laws have the same amount spent on them because the goal is that our Christmas allowance, the amount that Paul and I spend, doesn't go up. It stays the same, but yet now there's more people to buy for. And that's all communication. Everyone knows up front what the budget is for them, and it changes according to your age and whether or not you have any children, because now we have grandchildren. So what makes this work is communication and kind communication. And the dynamics we have with our children is beautiful, yet they've always had a budget. We've never exceeded that, yet we have a great relationship. Don't let fear stop you from communicating, okay? It will be in your best interest to step back, most likely, for most people. So that's a really key thing. Just get it out there, and if you have a blended family, decide if you do it with all the kids together, if they're close, or if you do it separate. You know that your dynamic's better than anyone. Trust it. Trust the process. Okay, so don't have fear around this. The key too is you've got to communicate with your spouse. You've got to communicate with your partner. What's the rules? What are we doing here, right? And it can change from year to year, but it's nice when you have a solid system that you just apply every single year. So the other thing too is if you have outside family members or friends, coworkers, Secret Santas, different things that you get involved in, and it's just a lot of novelty stuff, a lot of trinkety stuff, not a lot of substance, and you're feeling like this just really, I'd like to step away from this. Again, the big C word, communicate. It's okay if once you and your friends all got together and exchanged gifts and now they're having babies and you're getting their kids a gift, but you've got your own family now. Just communicate. Just say, let's give up the gift giving altogether and let's all get together and do a night out. Leave our kids with the dads, and we all go out and just have dinner and no one brings gifts. And let's just all agree to that. It's just one less person we have to think about what we're going to buy, which just takes so much real estate up here, and we can put our money towards meaningful things. Not that your friends aren't meaningful, but why not treat yourself to a night out? Everyone covers their own tab. And it's a great system. Those are the types of things that we've done in our family even. We've stepped away from this, we've stepped away from that. Paul and I get together with other couples throughout the holiday season to go enjoy a nice dinner out. And it's just not necessary for us to gift everyone something for Christmas, but we communicate up front. We are so looking forward to having dinner. I know last year you guys got us a little something. Please, let's just get together and have dinner and not put that pressure on one another, because we just love our time together, and that is the best gift that you can give us, is just your time. And believe it or not, for a lot of people, the gift of time or gifts of service, acts of service, bear so much more weight than anything material. So just really think about the person that you are gifting to and what really would show your appreciation for them in your life. So hopefully this was helpful. Weigh in. Please use the comment section to share any thoughts that you have, anything that you do with your friends and family, or share your experience. Have you had something happen that you feel like it was the power of communication was all you needed and you had a lot of fear leading up? We love to hear each other's stories. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to check out the Christmas gift guides. The blog posts are packed with so much stuff above and beyond the videos that I've shared. So check out the blog post. Everything will be linked, and we're continuing to add to those. Also, make sure you're signed up for my weekly newsletter. 2 go out per week, every Friday and every Sunday, and I'm adding more gift ideas that are coming to me because the gift guides are already out. So new things come to me and I put them in the blog post, but I also put them in the newsletter to help direct people to those blog posts. So get on it, get your shopping done, and 'tis the season. Hi there, just popping in to give you a last minute reminder about tomorrow's workshop, Gifts and Gatherings. The holiday season is a time to celebrate, and I'm here to help those celebrations run seamlessly. Learn the art of showing up with grace, being poised and polished this holiday season in all of the little ins and outs that take place, from gift giving to gift receiving, how to dress for a party, how to host a stress-free gathering, how to be a respectful guest, and the big one, how to navigate relationships or those difficult people or conversations. Don't forget, it's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't attend the live, no worries. It will be recorded, and everyone who is registered will get a link to the recording, whether you attend or not. Included with the workshop is my wonderful party planning document. This is several pages of my party planning tips. I will help you with everything from big to little when it comes to hosting a celebration or a party. So I'll see you there tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Link will be in the description box below. More information and register there.